These 18 remote job boards will help you land your next remote job. We're gonna break the best ones down in this video. Let's dive in. You want to land your next remote job, have the freedom to work from anywhere in the world and earn money online. Maybe you've sent a handful of applications and you haven't really got any job opportunities back. We're going to break down the main reason why you might not be getting replies, and it might be a bit counterintuitive to the title of this video. It's usually not the job boards that you're applying on. However, it does help to use good job boards. It usually comes down to your application process. So in this video, I'm going to break down the job boards, but also give you a bit of an insight into how you can improve your application process so you have a higher likelihood of landing remote jobs. All right, are you ready? The first job board is LinkedIn. Might be an obvious one and a lot of you might already know this, but did you know that 480 people are hired every single hour on LinkedIn? It has the most active job postings across all of the job boards. And also, there are 58 million companies listed on LinkedIn, which makes it the largest pool of active companies listed on a website. Most of you have probably used LinkedIn at some point, so I'm going to skip over most of the basics. However, there are two very important things that you want to focus on when applying for jobs on LinkedIn. The first one is updating your profile. Your LinkedIn profile is a place that most employers will have a look at and check out, and so it is absolutely vital that you have updated experience, skill sets, and past jobs that you've worked. This is going to play a massive role in the applications that you send on LinkedIn. You also want to optimize your cover banner, your header, your title, your bio, your picture, all of these things to make sure that your profile is standing out from the applicants in these job applications. The second most important thing when it comes to LinkedIn is to send specific applications. Now, what I mean by this is having a resume that isn't just your life story from college, and it doesn't have all of your experience, everything on there, all your qualifications, all your skill sets. You want to keep it specific to the job titles that you're applying for. And so what it comes down to is getting clear on first, what are those job titles that you want to apply for that match your skill sets and experience, and then crafting resumes and application processes that match that specific job title that you're applying for. The reason this is so important is that applications stand out when they're specific to the job title. So many thousands of people are sending applications with broad, generic resumes that don't really clearly state why they're a perfect fit for that specific role. And so the more you can do this, the more specific you can be, the more you are likely to stand out in the pool of applicants. This may mean actually crafting 3 to 4 different resumes depending on how many job titles you're applying for. If you're applying, as an example, applying for a marketing manager position and you're also applying for an appointment setter position, these would be 2 separate resumes. You wouldn't just clunk it into one resume. You want to keep it separate for each job title that you're applying for. Now, for those people who feel like they don't have any skill sets and you don't feel like you have any experience that you can take into the online space, 2 things I would highly recommend doing for this. First thing is using udemy.com to take some free courses and learn some skill sets that are online skills you can take into the online marketplace. This is going to be a great way to upskill without having to go to university or study these expensive courses. You can study for free through some of these courses and learn online skill sets that are going to help you to land online remote jobs. The second thing that you can do is actually find contractors and freelancers who have specific skill sets and utilize them to do your work for you in these remote jobs. So what that would look like is you use their skills, experience, and resume to apply to jobs. Once you land these jobs, you use them to complete the work for you. And then by doing this, you basically become a middleman and you can take a cut from the middle. This is something that we teach people how to do within our community, as well as taking on multiple remote jobs and outsourcing their work to virtual assistants and freelancers so that they can work less and earn more by having multiple incomes coming in from multiple different jobs without having to work so many ridiculous, crazy hours. And so if you want to check out more information on our community that shows people how to do this stuff, you can check out leveragedlife.com below. There's a video that will walk you through the whole process and how it works. And if it interests you, I would love to see you inside of the community. Shameless plug, I know, but it's an epic place to be and an epic model that we teach. So I really wanted to throw that in there. Leveragedlife.com, feel free to check it out. Now let's move on to the second job board. This job board is called Indeed, and you may have heard of this before as well, and maybe even applied to some jobs on here. This one is much like LinkedIn, very similar in the approach and style. However, it is a little bit different with the way that it operates because it is purely a job board and not a social media platform and job board like LinkedIn is. And so in that sense, it gives you a bit of an advantage because it's just focused on jobs and not focused on the social media aspect like LinkedIn is. So again, the application process on Indeed is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to click the apply button, upload your information, fill out the application form, and submit the application. Very, very straightforward and simple, exactly the same as LinkedIn. You basically just fill out the application form either on LinkedIn directly or on the company website that it redirects you to. Indeed is also a really good platform because it has country-specific sites as well. So there's a US Indeed, a UK Indeed, an Australian Indeed, and that way you can filter by the country you want to apply for as well. And again, as with any applications you're sending, please keep them specific and relevant to the job titles that you're applying for. And the third job board is Flex Jobs. Now this is one of the job boards that you have to pay money to access, but it's like $4. So stop complaining about it and just access it. It's gonna have a way higher quality of listings on there because all of the listings are filtered. So there's nothing that's random babble or bullshit jobs on there. I've had a lot of like work from home business opportunities that are pretending to be remote jobs. So you won't get any of these on Flex Jobs. It'll be all filtered jobs, all high quality. And this is the best quality jobs you'll find on any job board. Also, here's a ninja piece of advice when you're sending your applications. Apply for flexible and hybrid jobs as well as fully remote jobs because you can always negotiate fully remote terms. A lot of people steer clear of applying for the hybrid roles where you have to be in the office for 3 days a week or 4 days a week, but you can always negotiate fully remote terms once you get to the interview phase. So you may as well still send the application. And not a lot of people are going to be sending the applications for this, so it's a ninja hack. What's that? You want more job boards? Well, you're in luck. I have a list of 18 remote job boards right here, which I'll leave in the comments below for you to check out. So if you want to have a look through all 18 and the first 3 don't float your boat, check them all out. There's a bunch there, tons and tons of remote job opportunities being posted each and every day. And if you're anything like me, you desire true freedom in your life where you have the finances free, the time free, and the location independence to be anywhere in the world, giving you the full package of freedom. So if that's something that you desire, one job usually isn't going to cut it. You need more income and more free time in order to have true freedom in your life. And so the model that I've been showing people how to implement is taking on multiple remote jobs at the same time and outsourcing the workload to virtual assistants, contractors, or freelancers. So you essentially are making multiple streams of income, which gives you the financial freedom. You have your time free because you're outsourcing your work, and you're working remotely, which means that you can be anywhere in the world, thus giving you location independence. And that's the full package of freedom. So if you want to check out more information on this model that we teach, it's at leveragedlife.com. We have a community that walks through the entire process of implementing this overemployment strategy, which is basically taking on multiple remote jobs. So we help you with crafting your resumes, your application process, getting hired for jobs, as well as upskilling if you need to upskill. And then once you have those jobs, how to go out and find virtual assistants and contractors to outsource the work to so that you can get a second, a third, and a fourth job. I was able to do this for the last 12 months and had 4 remote jobs, traveling the world full time, working less than 4 hours per day, making over $200K per year. So if that's something you're interested in, again, go to leveragedlife.com. Other than that, guys, I hope you found this video insightful and you now have some remote job boards that you can look for opportunities on. I will see you in the next video. Peace.